Dear students of class 6, welcome to you all. I would like to discuss today the Vedic Age, chapter 5th. And we must remember for the pre-midterm exam, the 4th chapter will be coming. Already I have completed the 4th chapter. Now I am going to start the 5th chapter. We see that who are the Aryans? It is said the Aryans actually, it is believed, there is a controversy among the scholars, and some historians believe that they came from outside, and while another group of historians believe that they lived inside India. If we believe that after the decline of the end of the Indus Valley civilization, Harappan civilization, around 1800 BC, the Aryans came from outside. Perhaps they migrated, they lived in Europe, in the Russian steppe. Steppe means dry grassland of Ukraine and Russia, and they actually settled, initially they settled there and migrated from Russian steppe due to the lack of food. And once they lived there, Russian steppe in the around Caspian Sea or near the Ural mountain. I am telling it again. It is said, it is believed that these Aryans lived in Russian steppe in and around the Caspian Sea near the Ural mountain. And when there was a dearth of food or lack of food, they decided to migrate, and they migrated from Aryans, moved to the Syria, Mesopotamia, and Middle East, and Central Asia, Iran or Persia, and another group moved across to Europe. One group, Persia, Mesopotamia, Syria, Central Asia, Middle East, etc. Another group easily went to Europe. Now, from Iran or Persia, a group came towards India. They settled in India. They settled in the Saptasindhu region. It is modern day Punjab, undivided Punjab and Haryana. And you know Indus river and its tributaries and Saraswati. It is actually Jhelum, Beas, Sutlej, Ravi, etc. So this area is known as Saptasindhu region, where they settled about 1500 BCE. Now it is said, according to, there is a controversy that Aryan does not denote any race. It means language. Actually, the people who used to speak the language like Sanskrit, Persian, Latin, German, Greek, they are known as Aryans. It is a theory of a German scholar, Max Muller, M-A-X-M-U-L-L-E-R. According to Max Muller, actually Aryans belong to the Indo-Aryan or Indo-European language family group. Indo-Aryan or Indo-European language family group. However, we see that while many other scholars believe that they did not come from the outside, they were the inhabitants of India. From India, they migrated towards Iran and Europe. It is the belief of other historians. Whatever it may be, ultimately, how do we know about the Aryans? Or what is our source of information? We know about the Aryans from the Vedic literature. Ved means knowledge. It comes from the root word Vid. Vid means to know, or see that knowledge or wisdom. And we see that the earliest Vedic literature is the oldest one, the Rig Veda. It contains 1028 hymns called Suktas, meaning well said, and 10 mandalas. It was composed in praise of various Aryan gods, namely Indra, Varun, Agni, Vayu, etc. And also there is another division of Ved. After the Rig Veda, I can mention the Yajur Veda. Yajur Veda, it contains the rules that are meant to be followed in religious ceremonies. See that during the time of religious ceremonies, we can mention the name, whatever it may be, that the Yajur Veda contains rules that are meant to be followed in religious ceremonies or sacrifices. Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda was we see that it is the collection of songs and spells and magical charms to ward off evil spirit. I should have mentioned another one, the Sam Veda. After Rig Veda, Sam Veda. Sam Veda actually contains the hymns sung by the priest during ceremonies and sacrifices. The oldest one, the Rig Veda. Second, I can mention the Sam Veda, which is full of melodious songs or verses. The Sam Veda contains hymns sung by the priest during ceremonies and sacrifices. Then Yajur Veda, it contains rules that are meant to be followed during religious ceremonies or sacrifices. Atharva Veda, it is a collection of songs and spells and magical charms to ward off evil spirit. This is known as Atharva Veda. So there are 4 Veda. We have got Rig, Sam, Yajur, Atharva. Now another 3 Vedas I can mention. Each Veda was again divided into another parts. So Brahmanas, we see that the Aranyakas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and Upanishads. Aranyakas and Upanishads. So it is these things? Brahmanas are commentaries on Vedic hymns. Brahmanas are commentaries on Vedic hymns. Aranyakas it is actually instructions for leading an ascetic life in the forest. Aranyakas, the instructions are given here how to lead a life, ascetic life in the forest. At that time, the people used to go to the forest for the meditation or lead an ascetic life. And Upanishads is the collection of, it is a spiritual essence. It is actually the essence of religious ideas are given here. And but there are so many Upanishads. The philosophical lessons, I should say, philosophical lessons are collected in these Upanishads, like Isho, Keno, Prashno, Kathopanishad, Mundakopanishad, etc. And there are also some Puranas, the Shiva Puran, Vishnu Puran, etc. and epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. There are 2 epics, famous, Ramayana and Mahabharata. So we see that what do we learn from this? These are the most important source of information regarding the Aryan life, social, the political, economic and religious life. Now we may mention, we can also divide. We see that the early Vedic age, that is 1500 BC to 1000 BC, and later Vedic age 1000 BC to 600 BC. So we have got two division, early Vedic age. The Vedic age can be divided into two parts or two groups or two periods. Early Vedic period. Early Vedic period actually it lasted in India 1500 BC to 1000 BC, and later Vedic period 1000 BC to 600 BC. Now, what do we know about the early Vedic period? What we learned about the social life. There are several families called kulas, and you know that the kulapati was the head of grihapati, and they loved their children very much. Women were respected much in the society. There are several scholarly women, namely Gargi, Mamata, etc. And we see there also Lopamudra, Gargi, Mamata, Lopamudra. And there was also women were given education, and they were given marriage according to their own choice. It is called Swayamvara. They could choose their own husband. And society, we see that in this way, very happy in the beginning, and gradually we see that I may mention that later what was the political life of the early Vedic age. Politically, we may mention the several kulas formed a family, and several families formed a village, several families formed a village. So basic unit, the grama, several gramas, a village formed a vish, and several vish formed a jana. Jana meaning Rashtra. So the head of the jana was Rajan, or it is a king who was generally the kingship was not hereditary in the beginning. He was either elected or selected by the people. Now we can see that there are also two other political associations called Sabha and Samiti. Sabha consisted of the elderly people, and Samiti consisted of the tribal common people. And these two organizations was democratic in nature, was very powerful. They helped the king in running the administration, and this is the condition of political condition of that time. And there are also different types of janas like the Puru Jana, Turbasa. They are actually tribal, you see the group or clan, and they are very Bharata group or Bharata Jana, etc. Now, what about besides I've discussed the social and political, the economic condition. We know economically, generally when the Aryans came, it is said, if it is, we believe it, came from outside. They used to rear the animal. They are actually herders. It is called pastoral. They are actually pastures cattle. It is called pastoral economy. You see that the sheep, goat, cattle, etc. Gradually, we see they learned agriculture, and wheat, barley. We see that the pulses were cultivated by them. They also were fond of milk and milk products. They used to eat meat, and you see that the fish, etc. And thus we see that economically they also you can see that established, it is said that trade link with other countries of the world, and moreover different types of crafts were also were very popular among them, like the carpentry, like that you see that the chariot making, the goldsmith, blacksmith, and etc. So pottery, the different types of earthen potters were unearthed. However, this is we know that this is the, and moreover they placed cow, they regarded cow as the most important wealth, and they for this you see that they prayed to God and performed sacrifices. It is known as Gavishti. You see that they prayed to God for giving more and more cattle. So this is how we see that this is the economic life, and besides I may mention the religious life of the people. The people they used to worship different natural phenomena like the thunder, rain, storm, and many others see that the earth, etc. We know that they have given several names. Indra, as the king of God, the god of rain and thunder, Varun, the god of sky, and Vayu, the god of wind. We see that similarly Aditi, the goddess of cosmic order, Usha, the goddess of dawn. You see that similarly, and Agni, the god of fire. So this type of different actual natural phenomena was worshipped by the Aryans. Besides, this is how we see that. Besides, they used to perform sacrifices, different types of sacrifices. It is Ashwamedha Yoga, it is the Rashtra Yoga, and many other religious sacrifices were performed by them. Now, gradually, we see that these are the change. You see that however, when we go to the later Vedic age, we find some changes. What are the changes? We see that if we start from the social life, that earlier I have discussed that women were given great prestige or were held in great esteem or regard. But gradually the position of the women was declined. They are not permitted to have education, or previously I mentioned that they could choose their own husband, etc. But now later Vedic age they lost their freedom. Gradually they are not allowed to do such things. Moreover, we see that the family gradually we see that ultimately moreover we see that there was another thing in the social life. The 4 divisions appeared gradually. That is the Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra community. Brahmins are the priestly class who performed worship, you see that the rituals, and while the Kshatriyas who protected the country from foreign power, they are warrior class, and Brahmins are the priestly class, and Vaishyas are the merchant class, merchant community, and agriculturists also, and Shudras, the lowest rung of the social ladder, they actually used to serve the other 3 classes of people. And it is said there is another group of people called Dasas or Dasus or slaves. We know that this is the changes we see in the later Vedic age. Now political life, we have seen previously I mentioned the kingship was not hereditary. Now gradually kingship, that is Rajan, the power of king increased and kingship became hereditary. And he was assisted by Senani, Purohita, Mantrin, etc., the royal officials. We see that previously I mentioned in the early Vedic age Sabha and Samiti. Sabha and Samiti, 2 powerful political assemblies which actually helped the king to run the administration. Now the power of the Sabha and Samiti decreased. King actually generally did not take any advice from them. So the power. We see that similarly, what are other changes? You see that gradually we can see religious life. Economically, we see that gradually the more and more cultivation began, and you see that there was also expansion of city, expansion of village, expansion of, you see that the areas. It is gradually, we see that the different types of crops are cultivated, and there was often we see that the trade and commerce also developed. Various types of crafts were introduced. Now, what was the changes in the religious life? Religious, we see that I mentioned earlier that they used to worship different natural phenomena. Now also I can also mention that they used to worship Rudra, that is and also Brahma or Prajapati and Vishnu. Prajapati was the creator of the universe, or see that the Vishnu was actually he maintained you see that see that maintained the universe, and also the Rudra, the destroyer of the universe. However, the Shiva or Rudra are same, and Prajapati are Brahma, and also Vishnu. So this type of ideas, ideas of God also came in, began to be worshipped, and sacrifices also got much importance in the later Vedic age. So this is the changes we see, and we see that in this way, gradually we find that there is a great deal of development. And also one thing I should have mentioned earlier, that they domesticated different types of animals, but one important animals which we have not found in the Indus Valley civilization, that is horse. It is said the horse was domesticated by the Aryans, and another important discovery during this period is called iron. You know that we know that the early age was a Bronze Age or Chalcolithic Age or copper Stone Age. Now we see that the iron was introduced in India, iron was invented, and it was extensively used in northern parts of India, and that area, the entire the Gangetic region of northern area was known as Aryavarta. However, if necessary, I will discuss the next phase in my next class. Thank you all.